Flix with the Hicks, where we tell you about the movies. We tell you if they're great or if they really stink. Now it's time to start the show. Yeah, now it's time to go. Guess what? It's Flix with the Hicks.
Welcome to another episode of Flix with the Hicks. I'm Greg. This is my lovely wife, Janet. Each week we pick two films that we watched on DVD to review. We always pick the best movie and the worst movie. This week I got tasked with picking the worst movie. And the worst movie of the week is Riddle. R-I-D-D-L-E. Made in 2013, this film stars Elizabeth Harnois. I'm sorry, I probably tortured her name. Val Kilmer and William Sadler. And it's a mystery thriller, I guess. Basically, it's about a college girl who goes to Pennsylvania to find what happened to her missing brother. Turns out the whole story involves a town's deep secret. And I am really shocked that Val Kilmer was in this film. I like Val Kilmer. I like most of the stuff he's been in. Thought he was great in Tombstone. He's great in Top Gun. But I don't know why he picked this film. I didn't like the character that he played. It was almost as if he didn't care about the film either. I mean, it was almost unwatchable. And Val probably was the best actor and the person that did the best acting job in the entire film. This film was unwatchable. It goes from being kind of a mystery to being more like a Friday the 13th movie, where halfway through the film I had pretty much lost interest. And then I got some of my interest back in when the action started taking place, but it just, in the end, it left me totally unfulfilled. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it at all. And I don't think most of the audience will either. I did look it up online, and the website that I went to that does a lot of reviews, their critics didn't even review it. The audience gave it, I believe, a whopping 18% out of 100. And I think that's high. Bad movie.
And you could see that a lot of it was done on a studio set and all that. So
Yeah.
it was like, I didn't like it either. I mean, it's the college, kid was missing, and she felt like it was her fault, and she said he's still alive, and I mean, it didn't work. It just didn't work.
No.
And she was cute now, and the boy had mental issues, like autistic or Asperger's or something like that, and it's just it wasn't done well at all.
No, it was not.
And what would you rate this Riddle movie? Even some of the makeup wasn't very good.
Just to give it a number, I'd give it a 12.
Really? I was thinking like 15, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hard to watch the whole thing, but you're like, all right, okay, whatever. So anyway, that was it.
Janet got to pick our best movie of the week, and I guarantee you, no matter what she picks, it's going to be better than Riddle. So, would you like to tell us what it is?
Okay, it's Prisoners, which I'm surprised I had never knew about this movie. I thought it was awesome. Okay, it was done in 2013. It was voted like one of the best movies of the 10 best movies of the year. It's 2 hours and a half. It's long, but it kept you intrigued. And the acting was great. It starred Hugh Jackman as Keller Dover, the dad, and Jake Gyllenhaal. I can't.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's the detective Loki. He did really good in this too. Man, And, you know, he played a good guy this time. You know, sometimes he plays a bad guy. He was really good. And then Viola Davis was Nancy Birch, and her husband was
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Franklin Birch. Yeah. And they're always so good. They had some great people in this movie. But the plot was, okay, Thanksgiving Day, their families got together. They live on the same block. 2 little girls, you know, play together all the time. And they're all having dinner at one of their houses. And the girls and her name, Anna and Joy. Anna, bigger brother, and the girls went out for a walk, and there's this weird Class C RV, an older model, sitting there, and the girls go to get up on the ladder, but not the brother says, get off there, and they knew somebody was in it. And I'm kind of watching. And then later on, they go back to the house. The girl said, I want to go to our house, you know, to Joy's house, to go play. Well, they end up disappearing, okay? Dad goes berserk, thinking it's that guy in the RV. Loki does all this investigation and everything, and is the guy that was in the RV, lives with his aunt, was adopted by his aunt. He's mentally slow, and they're saying that no, he did not have any evidence. They're doing all this research and detective and, you know, forensics, and said no, he didn't have anything to do with the girls. Well, his auntie was a bad lady anyway, but there was abductions throughout the years, and where that RV was sitting, the lady that lived in that house said her son was abducted like 20 years ago, and they had like 15 disappearance of kids in that town. You know, so there's something going on.
Well, in Jake Gyllenhaal's character, he was a detective who had every case that he had taken, he had solved. And this one was stumping him. He was at a dead end. And the fathers decided to take matters into their own hands.
Yeah.
And that's where the film takes a really dark twist or dark change.
Yeah.
And it was a good film. It was a very good film.
Very emotional.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't imagine losing a child like that. And the father, Keller, you know, the father getting so desperate to do the things he did. You guys got to watch this. It's intense. It's intense. I really liked it. And I saw some ratings on it. It was pretty high ratings in every aspect. The cinematography was really awesome. The storyline kept you intrigued. There's I don't know. For me, rating this one, I give it a good 89. I'm ready to watch it again, even though it is a little long. I'm ready to watch it again because there's clues as you go. You know?
I'd give it an 89 also.
Really? You liked it that much?
Very good movie. Very, for the type of movie that it is, which it's almost, it's kind of like a Silence of the Lambs type movie, kind of. It's very realistic. Very realistic. I could see this really happening. And what the fathers and the families were going through. Very, very tough movie to watch, but it keeps you intensely into the film. I mean, it's hard to turn away from it. If you have to use the restroom, you're going to pause this one. You're not going to just use the restroom real quick and come back.
I had to back it up a few times because he went to the bathroom once, and I had to back it up because you got to watch every inch of this movie. I mean, every second, or you'll miss something. But you guys, you know, it was really good. And we watched lots of movies. I mean, some don't make our lists at all.
Most don't.
Yeah, we're watching lots of movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard because you were always trying to pick the best film and the worst film. Most films are somewhere in between.
Uh-huh.
And those tend to be the films that are kind of forgetful. You'll watch it once, 2 years later you'll see it on TV and you'll watch it again, but you don't remember what it was called or who was in it. So
Yeah.
most films fall in that category, so those we don't care about. So
A
it's the
bad
good and the
movie?
bad.
Yeah, a bad movie. He said, oh yeah, that was terrible. You won't forget a bad movie and you won't forget a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you like this review this time. We appreciate you watching. You guys can check out our Patreon site. We got stuff going on there too. And that's it for me.
Yeah, go out and enjoy a good film. Take it easy, folks. See you again soon. Bye-bye.